I will be discussing 10 scientifically proven ways to study online courses and any course that you desire. Beautiful Hawaii. So excited. So no matter what you're going through, tell yourself that you can do it. In this tutorial, I intend to share and explain scientifically proven ways to study better and able to recall the information that you study. Setting regular dedicated study sessions can help you sustain the mindset needed to learn. Some individuals prefer to have few but long study sessions, like 1 or 2 hours and then a little break, while others, like myself, I prefer to do like half hour and then take a little break, another half hour. So there are more like short bursts of learning. So very quickly, if this is your first time on my channel, my name is Maria and welcome to Aglaia Esthetics Online. I have also an online aesthetics training for individuals that want to become a certified esthetician in their state or province. And give me comments below. Love to connect with you. So let's get started. Here are 10 tips that can help you retain and recall all the information that you have studied, that you have put that time in, and now you deserve to recall that information. So number 1, stay organized and track your progress. Organization skills are the key in learning. So it is up to the student to develop a structure and start being organized. So a calendar is very useful in organizing your learning. So you write everything down, when to study, when to take a break. Every student should have all the course important dates like your exams and due dates for your assignments, and view carefully your study outline. The space should be kept tidy to avoid any distractions. Make sure to keep up your workspace tidy up before starting a study session. Number 2, as I mentioned before, block out any kind of distractions and avoid procrastination. Distractions are one of the biggest productivity killers for all students, and our homes are full of distractions. Common distractions include social media, so your phone, your family, any games, video streaming, and much more. Overcoming distractions is easier said than done, but there are tips that you can use to help you. Firstly, don't bring your phone to the study area. Your phone should be kept out away, like an arm's reach, and better still in the next room. Secondly, use web blockers such as Cold Turkey, Freedom, Focus Me, to minimize internet distractions. Always inform the people in your house that you're going to be studying so that you need privacy. Lastly, don't start your study session on an empty stomach because you'll have the growlies and you will think about food. Tracking your progress is a great way to eliminate any procrastination. Tracking involves evaluating your tasks on your to-do list versus what you have achieved. So you check mark all the things that you have done. Make sure that the daily tasks are achievable and you have time to relax in between your study periods. Keep the progress list close to you to remember all the things you should be working on. I hope you are enjoying the tutorial up to now and you're getting value. Remember to hit the subscribe button. Number 3, interval studying. Trying to cram an entire topic into a day will in most cases lead to frustration, depression, and many other mental problems that come with fatigue and sleeplessness. Let's face it, it is impossible to learn hundreds of new concepts in one sitting. If you want to remember most of the information you know, it is to divide the data into small digestible chunks and then familiarize yourself with one piece at a time. Number 4, revise studied content earlier. You will study better and more effectively if you review every new concept immediately after learning it, instead of revising the information that you study on the eve of your exam. Studies suggest that you stand a better chance of retaining further information when you review the new information closer to the day you learned it. So if you wait until the eve of the exam, most likely you will not remember the information that you studied a couple of months ago. So the best thing to do is after you learn the information, review it after 10 minutes. See if you recall it. Because if you cannot recall it after 10 minutes, you will not remember it in a day or a week or the day of the exam. If you're able to recall the information, you have it in your long-term memory. Number 5, test your memory by rewriting what you have learned. Take out a blank sheet of paper and a pen and try to write short notes about a new topic you just studied without consulting source or your notes. Ensure that everything you write on that paper comes from your internal memory. That act of retrieving your information from your brain helps to remember more of it, and in case you've forgotten essential bits, you can note the area you need to rework before that exam day. So now flashcards are incredible, useful before an exam when you have a lot of material to review, to memorize, but lack of time to go through every detail. Flashcards help to summarize the key points of a lesson. Number 6, this is so important. Now, a lot of times people say, I don't have the time, but exercise before settling down to your studies is essential. Exercising at least 30 minutes per day improves brain function and overall health. It improves your heart rate and feeds your brain with essential nutrients that increases your attention and memory retention rate and up your problem-solving abilities. Yes. Make a habit of running, biking, or walking for at least 30 minutes before you sit down for studies. When you take a little breaks, put those steps in. Go around the bed or go up and down the stairs because you're stimulating the blood circulation. Number 7, sleep well after studying. A good night's sleep is necessary for healthy brain. We do most of our learning during the day, yes, but when we sleep, our memory stabilizes regarding the new information we consume during the day. So it basically cements that information. Say no to all-nighters. I know that a lot of students do that, but it's not good. A sleepy mind hampers productivity. Although many swears by pulling all-nighters, study sessions before an exam, experts say this is a bad habit because this type of revision only activates the person's short-term memory. Studying throughout the year leads to better retention when compared to trying to assimilate large chunks of information within a limited time. Sleep deprivation also results in decreased alertness in a test or class, leading to poor academic outcome. To overcome an endless cycle of delayed assignments, deprived sleep, and low grades, we can never overemphasize the importance of sleeping at least 8 hours a night. Number 8, taking breaks is of paramount importance. Now, overworking and stressing out your brain just because you have an exam tomorrow will damage your memory, and you will not be able to recall your information. the effectiveness of your cognitive ability is tied to the breaks you take within an hour of intense studies. Breaks are critical to high performance. I really love the Pomodoro technique. Basically, it's a 25-minute of power focused study, and then you take 5 minutes of a break. And during the 5 minutes, you might want to do some squats, some steps, and then you repeat this 4 times. So 25 and 5, 4 times. Then take, after that, a 15-minute to 30-minute break. Now, breaks can include interacting with a friend, go for a quick walk, putting in your steps. Maybe you can go for a quick run to stimulate the blood circulation, or having a quick snack and drink. If possible, you should avoid screens during breaks, like looking at your phone. The most productive breaks are taken away from your study area. So just get up and walk away for at least 5 minutes. Number 9, learn with the aim of teaching. That is awesome. Suppose you know that whatever you learn today will help you become an authoritative source of information tomorrow. In that case, your brain can organize information more logically and memorably. Organize different aspects of learning as if you had to teach your information, you are studying. So if you are studying about the skin, stop and pretend that you're teaching it to somebody else. That will cement information in your brain. While you're doing this, make sure to create outline, charts, diagrams, study guides, concept maps, flashcards, and chapter maps to organize your course. Creating practice exam is easy when you have your study material well organized, and start this sooner than later. So in your flashcard, you could, on one side, you can write down, list the layers of the skin, let's stay with the skin, and maybe the second question could be list the layers of epidermis. Then on the back side, you will have the answer. Now, creating practice exams, questions that might be on an exam is really good. So you have to try to create what possibly is going to be on an exam. Number 10, don't read the content over and over again. Reading the same content a million times leads to confusion. You need to be proactive by highlight the information and then create a question on the information that you have studied. If you just read over and over and over, it messes up with your ability to remember and process new information. So occasionally close your eyes and try to remember what you just read an hour ago instead of rushing back to reread your notes. I also advise to, once you have read that information, is to create a question of the information that you read. That way, again, it will cement the information in your head. Change your learning techniques today and adopt these smarter and better techniques. Let me know below if you have any questions, and if you have different ways of study, I would love to hear from you. If you have not subscribed yet, please consider it. Give me a like, click on the notification bell so you will not miss any of my educational tutorials. And check this tutorial coming up on damaging mental effects of social media. I hope that you found this video to be useful and walk away with some tips that will help you with your studies and to recall the information. Remember to treat yourself with love and respect. Until the next time, Take care, and may God bless you.